out like tired waves against the shore. And I find myself counting the seconds between every quiet thought of you, hoping that somewhere in the spaces I can't see, you're thinking of me with the same soft date that keeps me awake long after the world is gone still. Sometimes I wonder how a single glance from you can feel like someone gently reopening a door I'd convinced myself was locked forever. There's a tenderness in the way you exist that makes my own heart feel like something fragile. Learning how to beat for the first time, I move slowly around the room, afraid that any sudden motion might scatter the warmth you left behind in the air. It's foolish, I know, to hold on to things that were never spoken, to cradle hopes made of nothing but stolen moments and trembling breaths. Yet here I am, protecting them like they're the last pieces of a dream I don't want to wake from. If you were here now, I'd tell you that you don't have to hide the way your voice falters when you're searching for the right words, that you don't have to stand so far away like your presence could break something in me, because the truth is the only thing breaking is the distance we keep out of fear. Come sit beside me in this quiet that feels too heavy for one heart to carry. Let your thoughts spill in long wandering lines, the way the night spills across the sky when it can't hold its darkness anymore. I won't hurry you, won't interrupt the spaces where your pain breathes. I'll just sit here and let my warmth reach you in all the places the world has left cold. If tomorrow forgets us, if the sun rises without your shadow near mine, I'll still remember the way your silence felt like a confession that neither of us was ready to speak. And maybe that's enough for now. Two unsteady souls learning how to trust the slow rhythm of being seen without being judged. So stay just long enough for the night to loosen its grip on everything you're afraid to feel. Stay until your heartbeat finds its place again inside the quiet. Stay until the softness you try to hide finally realizes that it is safe here, safe with me. The night folds itself across my shoulders like a heavy coat I never meant to wear, and I find myself sinking into thoughts that wander farther than my hands can reach. There's a strange kind of peace in letting the darkness speak for me, because sometimes silence understands what words can only bruise. Your absence echoes in the corners of the room, not loudly, not painfully, just the soft reminder that something once warm stood here and left its shadow draped across my memory. I trace that shadow slowly as if following its shape could somehow bring you back to the place where the night still breathes your name. I wonder if you ever feel the weight of everything we never said, if the thought of me lingers in your mind the way a faint melody stays on the tongue long after the music has faded. There's a gentleness in that kind of ache, a strange steps entering the room without a sound, as if the world itself is holding its breath just to keep from scaring you away. You would sit beside me with that quiet hesitation of yours, like someone afraid to break the moment by simply existing in it. And I would tell you, not with words, but with the slow, steady offering of my presence, that you don't have to hide your tired heart, that the night is wide enough, gentle enough, deep enough to cradle the fears you've tucked under your ribs. If staying feels heavy, you can lean into me the way falling leaves lean into the wind. Not because they trust it, but because they're too exhausted to fight gravity any longer. And if going feels safer, I won't ask you to stay, but I'll keep the door open for the days you wish you had the courage to return still. Some part of me hopes that the quiet between these walls will call your name softly enough for you to hear it from wherever you are, and that maybe, just maybe, you'll follow that sound back to me someday, moving slowly, carefully, the way people do when they're stepping into something fragile but desperately needed. Until then, I'll sit here in the dim hush of midnight, letting the room breathe around me, holding on to the idea that two hearts can meet in the dark long before they ever touch in the light. The night hangs over me like an old photograph, its edges worn, its colors fading, yet somehow it still carries the shape of every moment I never found the courage to say out loud. And in the middle of this tired silence, your memory moves through me like a quiet storm that never learned how to rage, but never learned how to leave either. I sit by the window, watching the streetlights flicker, like they're unsure whether to stay alive or surrender. And I can't help but think that maybe I understand them a little too well. There are parts of me that shine for you, even when they've forgotten how to shine for themselves. If you were here, even for a heartbeat, I think the world would slow down just to listen to the space between our words, that space where truth hides, where longing breathes, where two souls pretend not to tremble, even as they lean dangerously close to everything they're afraid to feel. You always had a way of looking at me like you were searching for something you weren't sure existed, a softness, a shelter, a reason to stay. And I wanted to tell you that whatever it was, you already had it long before you learned how to ask. Sometimes I replay the moments we let slip through our fingers, the almost the half smiles, the quiet glances that said too much, not enough at the same time. And I wonder if you still carry them too, hidden in the folds of your silence, the way I carry mine in the dark corners of my chest. Come closer, not in the way bodies do, but in the way hearts approach each other when they're tired of pretending. They don't need to be understood. Come with your flaws, your fears, your nights of shaking hands and restless thoughts. I won't flinch, I won't turn away. Sometimes broken things fit together more honestly than perfect ones. And if tomorrow arrives and the world feels too heavy on your shoulders, you can lay the weight here, right here, where my silence has learned to soften for you, where my voice has learned to whisper your name like it's something fragile but worth holding on to anyway. So stay as long as you need. Stay until your breathing steadies. Stay until the night grows gentle around your wounds. I won't ask for anything more than the simple promise that you'll let yourself rest in the warmth of this moment. A moment carved from everything we haven't said, yet somehow understand completely. The quiet of the night settles over me like a truth I've been avoiding for far too long. And in this stillness I finally admit to myself that some parts of me only breathe when I'm thinking of you. It's strange how a memory can warm the room more gently than the hands that created it. I move through the dim light like someone afraid to disturb a fragile dream. And maybe that's what this is, a dream I keep revisiting, because reality feels too sharp to hold without bleeding. I tell myself I'm fine, that I'm stronger than the emptiness that follows me. But the truth is, some nights are heavier than others, and this one sits on my chest like an unanswered question. I wonder where you are now, if the night wraps around you with the same tired tenderness, or if your thoughts drift toward the places we once left unfinished. There's an ache in knowing the world keeps moving without us, that the spaces we shared are just shadows now, soft, faded, but impossible to forget. If you walk through that door right now, I wouldn't ask for explanations or promises you can't keep. I'd just look at you with the same quiet understanding that always lived between us, that place where words felt unnecessary because the heart spoke in smaller, slower ways. I imagine you sitting beside me, the warmth of your presence melting the cold that gathers around my thoughts. We wouldn't need to speak, your silence would be enough, your breath sinking with mine like it used to. Two fragile rhythms trying to trust the same moment. You once told me you were afraid of being too much, too quiet, too broken, too complicated. And I wanted to say that I was afraid of being too little, too late, too lost to understand you. But somehow, in all that fear, we still found a way to reach each other, even if only in the spaces where the world wasn't watching. If the night ever brings you back to me, I hope you come as you are, tired, gentle, honest, carrying the pieces you never let anyone else see. I'll hold them carefully, the way one holds something sacred without knowing its worth, but feeling its weight like a secret that wants to be kept until even a small one, to come back to the place where my heart is still waiting, with open hands and patient breath. Sometimes the night feels like a place where all the unfinished parts of my life come to sit beside me quietly without judgment. And tonight your absence sits with them, heavy and familiar, like a truth I've carried so long it has learned the shape of my heartbeat. The dimness, listening to the soft hum of the world outside, wondering how something so still can hold so much noise inside me. It's strange how a single thought of you can stretch itself across an entire night and make the hours feel longer than any road I've ever walked. There are memories of you that don't arrive gently. They come like slow thunder rolling through the hollows of my chest, reminding me of the moments I never found the courage to hold on to. And yet there's a warmth in them too, a softness I keep returning to, even when it hurts to remember. Imagine you somewhere out there, maybe leaning against a window, the way you used to when your thoughts grew too loud to hide behind your eyes. I wonder if the night speaks to you in the same fragile language it uses on me, quiet, hesitant, full of words it's afraid to say out loud. If you walk back into my life even for a breath, I think the air around us would change. Slow down, soft, and listen. We wouldn't need apologies, not after everything we've carried. We just sit in the stillness, letting the space between us remember how to breathe again. I tell you with the gentle certainty I never had the courage to show before, that you don't have to be unbroken to be understood, that some hearts learn to love not in bright, fearless sleeps, but in quiet, trembling steps toward the warmth they can't let go of. And maybe you'd look at me with that tired honesty that always gave you away, as if you wanted to stay, but weren't sure the world would let you. I'd whisper that it could, right here, right now, in this room where the past has stopped demanding answers. But until that impossible moment arrives, I'll keep sitting here in the gentle hush of midnight, allowing myself to miss you in ways I never said out loud. Not desperately, not painfully, just truthfully, like someone holding a fragile candle in a room full of shadows, and hoping that one day, when the night grows tired, your footsteps will find their way back to the light I kept burning only for you. are nights like this one, where the silence doesn't just surround me. It settles inside my bones, fills the spaces between my breaths, and reminds me of all the things I was too frightened to keep, too human to let go. And in that quiet heaviness, your memory wanders through my mind like a shadow searching for the light it once belonged to. I don't try to stop it anymore. I've learned that some ghosts don't disappear when you chase them away. They soften when you finally let them stay. I sit here, hands folded, thoughts drifting like tired clouds across a sky that forgot how to brighten. And I realize I've spent too many nights trying to pretend that the ache you left was just another passing season, when really it became the weather inside me. There's an honesty in missing you that I never found in anything else. A slow, steady truth that doesn't demand anything except to be felt. And I feel it in every breath that catches, in every memory that returns without warning, wearing your voice. If you were to walk into this room now, I don't think I'd ask for explanations or stories of where you've been. I think I'd simply look at you and try to memorize the moment before it broke apart, the moment when the heart recognizes something familiar and forgets the reasons it ever learned to hurt. I imagine you sitting beside me, not close enough to touch, but close enough to let the air between us tremble again with everything we never said. And maybe then I'd finally understand that some connections aren't meant to fade. They're meant to lie dormant, quiet, patient, waiting for two lost souls to grow brave enough to return. But for now it's just me and the soft hum of midnight pulling at the edges of my thoughts. I breathe in slowly, as if the darkness might teach me how to loosen my grip on the things I carry too tightly. I breathe out even slower, hoping the night will forgive me for holding on to you long after I should have learned to let go. Still, there's a fragile hope tucked inside the deepest part of me. A flicker, a whisper, barely their echo of the moments we never had, but still managed to miss. And every now and then when the world grows quiet enough, I swear I can feel your presence moving softly through the shadows, like the faintest promise that you might find your way back when the timing stops hurting.